Hi, I'm Daniella Bloom. Whether you are single and fed up with the dating scene and ready to meet the one, or maybe you're married and in a relationship and it's lifeless, it's stagnant, or you are separated and divorcing or divorced and you're ready to move forward, but you don't know how. It's never too late to bloom where you're planted and start manifesting the love and life you were truly meant for. And it starts with your foundation to manifestation. I am a psychotherapist turned transformational keynote speaker for men and women in all walks of life, and it is my passion to get you clear and in alignment with what you truly desire by taking away all the hidden blocks and patterns of sabotage that you might not even be aware of. How can we even address those if you don't have your foundation to manifestation first? So I'm going to let you in on the secrets that every manifester that's a master at it, that master manifestors that you know what they're doing, and you can do them too. All these principles are right within your access. You can start them this week and you can change the trajectory of your life. So let's get to it, okay? Number one, guess what, people? It is all about you. It's not about your spouse. It's not about real or ideal, what they're doing or not doing. It's about you. The only control we have. We may not be able to control the people and events that come into our lives, but we always have control over how we respond to them and what we do about them. Things happen for us, not to us. So you got to get clear that you're in your driver's seat. There's no one else to point to. You got to get in that idea of going forward, and it's all about you, you owning your responsibilities and where you want to go, okay? That's the first component. It's all about you. Number two is you need to get back into balance. So if you wanted to build this gorgeous, gorgeous home, your dream home, you wouldn't build it on shaky foundation, slippery foundation, uneven foundation, right? No contractor will let you do that. It's not the code. So you need to level out your foundation to build something gorgeous. The same applies to the law of attraction. You can't build anything long-lasting and amazing if you don't have your foundation of balance set up. So what is the foundation of balance that I'm talking about? Well, I'm sure you're familiar with these balancing symbols. The yin and the yang, for example. You have the black from the masculine energy, the white from the feminine, but we need both. And how about the Star of David? You have two triangles going on. The first triangle symbolizes the energy of the masculine, rising, apex, etc. And then you have the energy of the feminine, grounding in the womb. We need both, right? We need both as men and women as well. It's masculine energy is what's rooted in the giving, and feminine energy is what's rooted in the receiving. So tell me if you relate to this, okay? Are you feeling today, men and women, as overwhelmed, depleted, tapped out, exhausted by the end of the day? We have like endless to-do lists because we have handheld computers 24/7 access to. So there's always things we could be doing, and multitasking, family obligations, responsibilities, you name it. If you can understand that you are in this weighted imbalance of the masculine, it's time to start bringing back the energy of the feminine, the manifestation energy, to set yourself up for success. And this is how it's done. The 7 principles of manifestation. All these principles I'm about to tell you, you have access to right now, and you can start implementing yourself this week, and magic will start to happen, okay? So number one is to actually receive. Receive is in the root of the feminine. Thank you is a complete sentence. So when you are given a compliment, whether it's at work or by a friend or someone you're dating, receive it, and receive it fully, and receive it well. If you give yourself me time, if you decide to go get that massage, don't think of all the other things you could be doing instead and how you're guilty for taking the time. Fully receive it, okay? That's number one. Number two is to actually be able to be okay with asking for help. We are meant not to be princes and princesses, people. We're meant to be queens and kings. And what do great kings and queens do? They delegate. They don't do it all themselves. They know how to delegate. They know how to ask for resources and input. You can do the same. Where do you want to delegate in your life? Do you need maybe your house cleaned? How amazing would it be to have your house cleaned by someone else? So you walk into a clean house and you have the energy to do what you really want to do. Or maybe you want to give your kids to a friend or a family member for a few hours to have your own quiet, renewing time. Or maybe, if you're at work, you don't want to say yes to every project thrown your way. Or you can't say yes to every time a family member wants you to do something just one more time. It's knowing when to ask for help and knowing when enough is enough and to delegate. And guess what, people? Asking for help doesn't just stop with people around us. Don't forget, we have a source 24/7 at our access. We don't need to go to temples or churches or mosques to access this energy. So whether you call this energy God or source or universe, Jesus, Hashem, Allah, whatever floats your boat, it's the same idea that there's a bigger force going on here. There's a higher energy that has your back. We don't have to have all the answers. We can say, I need help, or I'm scared, or I don't know what to do. I know it's very hard since we have Google. We shouldn't be any of those things because we have access to Google. But a strength in us that is lost, it's lost in our manifestation powers and our lack of feminine energy, is to be vulnerable to say, I need guidance, I need help. And it's there for you. And that's what brings me to number 3. You have to listen for the responses. In this day and age, we've drowned out our inner voices because of other people's perspectives, because we think they know better, or maybe we've just started doubting our own intuition. You know, we all have ADD, we're all so distracted, we don't get a chance to plug into ourselves. So you're gonna ask for help, you gotta make yourself available to hear the answers. So this follows to number 4, getting grounded again. Getting back into nature. When you are in nature, you're in an amazing environment, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, you are more receptive to hearing these messages. It's an ideal place to meditate. It's an ideal place to do journal entries because you have come out of your bubble. You're letting the sun touch your skin. You're hearing birds chirp. You're letting your feet touch the ground. So there's no excuses here, people. I'm not even telling you to exercise, right? Most coaches say eat well, exercise. I'm not even going there. Just saying get your ass into nature for a few minutes. Every day, it'll make a difference, okay? You get bonus points if you breathe and you meditate, but I'm not even pushing that. Just get your ass into nature, okay? Next, get your senses on. The number one thing both men and women find the most attractive is the ability to inspire aliveness in the other. And how do you get aliveness? By being more alive yourself, really enjoying the food you're eating, really letting music move you, really being in the energy of presence and openness. Life is amazing. I mean, when you're around people who are in their aliveness, isn't it like a moth to a flame? So let yourself listen to music constantly, mood-enhancing music that moves you. And for women, I'm talking about let it move your hips. I'm not talking about the fist-pumping music, you know, girl power. I'm talking about the sensual music that gets you back into your sensuality again. And for men too, whatever music makes you just feel like a man, feel like a warrior, listen to that. Let music move you. Which brings me to number 5. Laughter. World's best medicine is laughter. It releases your endorphins, it releases serotonin. But more than ever today, with so many people we're having all these bombardments with different opinions, liberals versus Republicans, men versus women, all that. But when you come together in laughter, you remember that we are all human beings united, and it's life-affirming. And you know, the greatest comedians make you laugh because they throw things at you that are unexpected. That's being in the feminine, that's being open. It's the being present for the unexpected. So get your butt to like a comedy club. Improv is the best because it's completely in the feminine. It's all about yes and. You go out on stage and you don't know what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen. You just got to go with it. If they make you a sailor and you make them a clown, there's your scene. You got to listen to each other and you got to make it work. So laughter, laughter, laughter. We need more laughter. We can never get enough. Number 6, creativity. Each one of us, men and women, were born with a divine gift in creativity. Whether that's drawing, cooking, dancing, building, woodworking, working on a car, whatever it is that inspires you to create, film editing, writing, you gotta access and utilize that gift because you gotta get your juices flowing. Because that ripple effect will affect every area of your life and the people around you will take notice. So go out and set yourself up for success this week. Go to Michael's, buy paintbrushes, go get ingredients for a new recipe. Whatever it is to get your creative juices flowing, do that on a regular basis. There is not one master manifester that does not have a creative outlet that they do on a regular basis. Which brings me to number 7, gratitude. Gratitude is huge because it's blessing what already works. So you're bringing it, you're calling that more back to you. So for example, people, when you wake up in the morning, I know the first instinct is to check your phone, right? Because so many things have happened overnight that you have to be in the know for. I get it. I'm guilty of it too. But consider this. When you wake up from a semi-meditative state, it's your chance to show gratitude for what's already working. Maybe there's relationships in your life that are already working with a family member or friend. Maybe your health is working for you, or you live in a house with electricity and utilities. Whatever it is that's already working to you, you're raising your vibration to optimally ask for even more of what you want because the universe sees that this is already working for you, so they want to rise up to meet you even further. So it's really, really key to practice these 7 components because once your foundation to manifestation is set, then you can get truly clear on the kind of relationship you want and the kinds of hidden dreams that you want to see come to fruition. I am living proof of this myself. So whatever your circumstance is, whether you've been dating forever and just haven't found the right one, or you feel like your marriage is just doomed to be miserable, or you're divorced and you're just scared to be on your own again, it is never too late. Please listen to what I'm saying. To bloom where you're planted. Life is too short. Life is too precious. You do have what it takes to make it amazing. If you would like to discuss this further, you and I can set up a life trajectory session. This is my specialty. It's getting people back on track to their full potential again. Visit www.daniellabloom.com and I'm happy to set up a time where we can personally connect and see exactly where it is you want to go. Bloom where you're planted. It is a pleasure to meet you, and we'll be in touch very soon. Take care.